So we're out again. It is today the 9th, right?
Yes.
Today is August 9th. We're back at just south of Cass Railroad, getting ready to hop on the Greenbrier River Trail and do a 25 section hike to
Huntersville.
Yeah, Huntersville, West Virginia, where we parked the other vehicle. Today we got 9 miles planned, and we're going to end up in on top of some mountain at a picnic shelter. It'll be a dry camp, so we'll have to carry water up to it from the last water source. But we'll see you down the trail. So Tropical Storm Debbie came through last night. It was supposed to dump, what, 3 to 7 inches of rain in Cass, but it missed it. But the rivers are up a little bit compared to what they were, but not as much as we were expecting. We were expecting to get wet today, and we haven't so far. So let's keep going down the trail. There's our first biker. Rick was joking that this was our campsite, but we have another 7.5 miles at least. But yeah, right there's the river. That'd be a nice campsite though. So this is somebody's campsite here, but we thought it was kind of neat that they utilized one of the piers for the old bridge to build it up on. Nice cabin. Got a nice picnic area there too. So it's raining on us. It's a warm rain though. We're about ready to start a small road walk section here. We're gonna finally leave the rails to trails. And we go across here and there's a pipe spring next to a roadside pull-off. We're gonna stop there, take a break, camel up, and then start our first climb. But definitely show you the pipe spring when we stop. Cottages, you can rent them. EJ Cottages. Oh, you got a, what is it? A pack? I can't remember what those are called.
I call it a pack cover with a hood.
Yeah. One of the people that I watched through hiking last year, she swore by hers. I got a poncho, I don't feel like getting it out. So they didn't have a ton of rain, but definitely enough to help out with the drought. I've yet to see it. My eyes are so bad. Oh, I see it now. So we're just finishing our road walk on a paved road, and we're getting ready to start our first big incline. It's up this gravel road, but over the next 0.8 of a mile, maybe a mile, we gain like 1,000 feet incline. I'll put a screenshot of the topo map from far out in here to show you the incline. But we're going to start climbing up that. And if I get ahead of you, I'll meet you at the top of the hill. So I haven't looked at my phone to see how far I've went up this hill so far, but it's all been road, and I thought I could try to do it without taking a break, but I'm gonna have to stop. Rick's somewhere down there. I'm gonna stop, give me some water before I head on. It's not been bad, but definitely steep. And I see a false summit, but I don't know if that's the real thing or not. I had to stop and get my my sweat rag out, and actually, so up until the pipe spring, even with the brake, Rick and I were still averaging well over 2 miles an hour. But I think this is going to actually delay us. But I think I might have changed my mind. I'm gonna go a little bit further and then get some water. Whew. Anyway, wish me luck. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta look back to appreciate what's behind you. Because I stopped back to look for Rick and then realized that even through the trees there's a pretty good view. I don't know if you can see the other hillside and the mountain behind it, but in the clouds it's pretty good. Pretty nice view. Still going up though, you know. Just looked at the thermometer. It said it was 69.4 degrees Fahrenheit, but it was 85% humidity, and I believe it. I had to actually get out my sweat rag and start wiping my face and wiping sweat out of my eyes. Good news is we made 5 miles and we're still averaging better than 2 miles an hour, but I think, like I said before, I think it's going to come to a stop. Maybe if we get lucky, we'll get to the top of this hill and it'll be 6 miles before we hit 3 hours of real hiking time. And that does include our breaks. I haven't paused or anything yet. So we're halfway up Thomas Mountain. What we're hiking is actually Thomas Mountain Road after I looked at the map. We sat here on a pack-on break, and Rick was looking at some of the shell rock on the side of the road here and found some fossils. There's a shell in that one. I'll put the stills I took in here too. There's that one. And then in this one here, right in there, you can see the seashells and stuff right there. And it's where that other shell came out of. It met up to this one, the first one I showed. Anyway, pretty cool. We're only about halfway up, but looks like the ascent gets a little less inclined, more gradual. But we'll see. At the top of here, there's an old abandoned picnic shelter that was built by the CCC. I'll show it to you when we finally make it there. It's like 0.6 miles away. Alright, so there's the old CCC shelter. We took a pack-off break for a good 30 minutes down there. I actually dozed off more than once. Rick found the stump. But we made it to this is the top of Thomas Mountain. At least as high as we've got to go. That took a lot out of me. Now we got a decline. That sign over there says the top of Thomas Mountain, but we're going to skip it because our trail keeps going downhill. Big Run and Sheelington Road. And the decline is just as much elevation change as the ascent was, except we can make better time going down. Okay, so the mile up the mountain took us about an hour and 20 minutes, but that's with 2 breaks in. Coming down the mountains to this water source, it took us like less than 30. But we're gonna stop here and we're gonna camel up. So we're coming off the forest road. We cameled up at that last water spot and took a nice long break as we were filtering water because we're going to dry camp tonight on top of the next mountain. But we got 2.1 miles to go, about 650 feet of elevation gain, and it's going to be trail this time, so maybe it'll be a more pleasant hike. I'm carrying a little over 3 liters of water right now. I think Rick's carrying about the same.
I think about 4.
About 4. And we're entering the woods with an Allegheny Trail sign. Got a little bridge crossing down here. It says it's the intermittent water source. We didn't want to take a chance. You are here. Distance CNC shelters 2.09. So hiker shelter at Cloverlick Road is 3.29. Do we want to try for that one?
Not necessarily.
We want to see how we feel
We'll
when
see how we feel when we get to the other one, because there is a water source at the hiker shelter.
Yeah. All right, let's go. There's a mushroom. First mushrooms I've paid attention to and seen.
Yeah, me too.
But we've been road walking. Oh, here's our bridge. We'll just cut out some stuff. We'll fast forward this section. So far, no snakes. Knock on a tree somewhere. Though it was interesting. Where I parked my truck, I asked the owner of the 39, Route 39 stop, whatever it is called. I asked him if I could park there, and the first thing he said is, watch out for rattlesnakes. There's been lots of them this year. I'm glad we got water back there. You can see where the stream was going when the water was coming through here fast. We could have got water there if we had to, but that'd have been a...
Yeah, one of the comments said you'll sink in up to your boot laces trying to get to it.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Into the woods finally. For some backcountry hiking. So now the treadway is much nicer. We've been steadily climbing. Oh, but it's so much nicer than walking that steep road walk. It's just as steep going down as it was coming up. But we'll get to the top of this one and we'll see how we feel. Maybe we'll make it, try to go the extra mile or so to go to the hiker shelter, but we'll play it by ear. Oh man, it's really well taken care of down through here. Trail maintainers have done an awesome job. Shout out to all of you that's been working on this. I know they've had several parties out here on weekends working on this. Hope to see a lot of you guys at the 50th event at Greenbrier here pretty soon. I just registered yesterday. Rick registered a couple months ago. He actually thought I'd already registered, but we were talking about it and had to apologize to him to make it seem like I had already registered, and I didn't. But you know, we've known each other going on well over 40 years now, and I've been that way my whole life. He should have realized. So it's his fault, not mine. He's back here somewhere. So he's not around to agree with me, but I'll say he's agreeing with me. It's his fault, not mine. I'll see you guys down the trail. So, mushrooms on this section of trail have been huge. That one's a baby compared to the other ones. But there's my trekking pole end for that one. Let's see, got about 0.6 to the CCC hiker shelter. Rick's behind me a little bit. He took a break. I took a quick break and then hiked on. He was taking a little bit longer one. But according to the pictures I saw on far out, there should be some great views up here. And we may just call it quits right there and call it a night. It looks like the sky is going to be clear tonight. Perseid meteor shower is supposed to start tonight with so maybe we get some good nighttime footage of the sky and see how this GoPro does with that kind of footage. Anyway, I'll show you what we see when we get to the top later. I think I see the roof up there in the distance. Yep, that's it. I could see the clearing from quite a ways back. I thought the shelter was going to be over that way, but no. Anyway, when I get up here, I'll give you a tour. Oh my gosh. We got a view. Try to surprise you here. Look at that view. Oh my gosh. Oh man, that is beautiful. I'll put some pictures in here. But that is a beautiful view. Looks like this is probably where we'll sleep or spend the night here somewhere. There's the tent sites. Get a good view of the night sky. Oh, and there's a bench. You know what they say? If there's a bench on the trail, you have to sit on it. And that's what I'm going to do. Oh, that feels so wonderful. Now if I just get the sweat out of my eyes. So my tent's all set up. Took a time lapse of it. Not too shabby for setting it up for only the second time. Right now, got my ground sheet out here and I'm just relaxing. Undid my shoelaces a little bit and just enjoying the cool breeze right now. Turned out to be a really nice day, considering that we thought we'd be rained on the biggest part of the day, but we weren't. Just sprinkles, early sprinkles this morning. Looks like Tropical Storm Debbie didn't do too much up here. Hopefully we get some good starry night pictures, but you know, if anything happens, I still got to do a tour of the shelter too, but my stomach was grumbling. I had to get something to eat, so that took precedent. Anyway, we'll do that later. TTFN.